If you clicked on this video, you probably have absolutely no idea who I am, and that's fine. So about 7 years ago, I had this dream of becoming Cole Bennett, and this all started in college. I developed this extremely unhealthy relationship with music videos. I was obsessed to the point where I was like editing mid-party, being faded out of my mind, going up to people like, bro, check out this effect I just made. And they're like, what am I even looking at? So fast forward, I graduated. I started shooting as many music videos as humanly possible, working the worst job of my entire life. I was a contract and pricing specialist at redacted name of company here. It was miserable. And during that time, all I did was spend my money on new camera gear and a bunch of Supreme clothing, which obviously was not the best choice financially, but anybody that knows me knows that back then I was not making the smartest financial decisions, but that is not what this video is about. Every single weekend, I would drive to Maryland, shoot, direct, edit, repeat process. I do it 100% by myself, and this worked for a little bit. I was making like $200 a video. I mean, at that point, I thought I was rich. I definitely wasn't rich, and I wasn't making the progress that I thought I was. I was flying to LA every other weekend once this started scaling, and I was just spending all of my money just to get behind the scenes, get on set, shoot something for somebody that probably didn't want me to shoot it anyway. In about a span of a year, I realized, yeah, I'm not Cole Bennett. Just because I wear Birkenstocks doesn't mean I'm gonna make it in the music industry. It was not gonna happen. And so I made a decision that most people don't make. I threw my ego in the trash, and I was like, we gotta do something, and I don't enjoy being broke. Just saying that I direct music videos doesn't matter to me anymore. So I pivoted hard. I pivoted out of music videos and the music industry into the fitness space. I saw an opportunity and I said, you know what? I'm gonna take it. So I started growing local fitness influencers, their YouTube channels, and understanding content and consistency. And this is where, I kid you not, everything literally changed. I learned that personal branding is the exact same thing as creating content. So much so that I have got this down to a science. For example, my current business partner and I, Aisha, we ended up growing a 6-figure business and over hundreds of thousands of followers in less than 90 days by doing one thing. Every single day, we had probably like 4 monsters, which is not the highlight of the story. We locked in, we wrote, we scripted, we edited, we trained, and then we ate, and then we did it again the next day. Just repeat. So at this point, you're probably like, oh my God, this guy's gonna sell me a course. No, I'm not. I'm not just another guru. I'm not going down that route. This is what you came to the video for, so listen up. I took that skill set, my background, my run and gun creativity with music videos, and just all the different things that I wasn't able to actually do, took it to the fitness industry, and then I also took it to my own personal brand. And that is what this video is about. And here's some quick stats, again, just to prove some legitimacy. I've just now hit 100K on TikTok, which is absolutely insane. I've got like 37 and some change on Instagram, but that doesn't matter. The relationships, the business partners, and the clients that I have, that's the crazy shit. This video is about how to reinvent yourself and how you can do it with asking yourself 5 simple questions before you even start your personal brand. So let's get to it. All right, so your first and most important question is, what are you willing to give away to people for free at scale? And this is what most people get wrong. They think in order to sell things, they have to be mysterious or gatekeep everything. But in reality, the #1 thing that you need to do is give away everything, hands down, for free. And I've seen it since day one. If somebody is interested in whatever you offer, they are most likely not gonna just go copy that and steal it verbatim and then go do it themselves. And if they do, they're a different breed and they didn't need you anyway. But for the 98% of people that consume content, they are not just gonna go apply it. They're going to look at what you offer and say, I wonder if there's more of that. Okay, there is. This guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. He seems like an expert. I'm gonna get him on the phone and I'm gonna hire him. So that's step 1. Don't be afraid to be an expert and give it all away for free. And if you haven't noticed by now, this is exactly what I've done since the start of my personal brand. Guys, I made a mistake, actually. That first question is not the most important question. The most important thing is this. Are you or are you not obsessed with this? Are you obsessed with growing a personal brand? Are you obsessed with content? Are you obsessed with the data and getting better? Are you able to look at a video that flops and instead of getting emotional, you're able to say, that didn't work. That doesn't mean that I'm not a good creator. That doesn't mean that I don't have good ideas. That doesn't mean that I'm a loser. It just means that for whatever reason, the online community and the way people consume media, they did not resonate with this video. And that brings me to point number 2, which is the art of pivoting, or as they would say in football, calling an audible. How good are you at becoming emotionless with content and building a business? Because if you don't have that ability, I don't want to say you're fucked, but you're kind of fucked. All right, on to question number 3. I do like this one too. What content can you repeat daily without thinking? What content can you repeat daily without thinking? What does that look like to you? Is that a series that you made? Is that just a ranting video that actually is structured really well? But these small little things in creating a repeatable format is not only essential for longevity in this game, it's how you're gonna be able to test at scale and understand what is gonna work. So for example, I would take 5 different content formats. Maybe it's a this or that content review of something. Maybe it's ranking the best X, Y, Z and putting them against each other. Maybe it's just a hot take in a vlog format. Maybe it's a day in the life of an entrepreneur that actually gives us value about something. Test 2 to 3 videos inside each one of these formats. And then without a doubt, you will have really, really strong data on what to lean harder into. There is no other science to content creation other than that right there. Question 4, what content can you make that nobody else can replicate? There's not a lot of people that have the ability to do what I'm doing right now. And if you look at my content, like the ABT method video, the Chipotle video, even my recent marketing breakdowns, there's not a lot of people that can replicate the editing style, the script, the content itself. If you were to go steal it and copy it, it's almost like, oh, that's really bad, because people copy content all the time. But your goal is to make things that people cannot replicate. And once I realized this, I was like, now I started seeing some serious results. There's not a lot of people that can figure out how to solo shoot things, do it well, manipulate a camera, get good looking colors out of it all by themselves. And even if they have a team, a lot of times people can't do it. So find those angles, find those things that are almost so inherently unique to you that if someone was to copy it, they'd be like, dude, that is literally Dimitri's video, that is his style, that is this, that is that. And if you have that, that is a super strong foundation to an amazing personal brand. So yeah, last question, and my back's to you, because if the answer is yes, I don't even want to look at you. Do you study creators, or do you just consume them? Or do you copy them? Because if you're copying them, cut it out right now. Stop copying people. Don't do that shit. One of the best things you can do is reverse engineer. And I actually had a series on this. I tested it for a little bit. It was don't copy creators, study them and do it better. And so when you start reverse engineering other creators' content strategies, it actually becomes pretty easy and apparent on what you need to do. So if you are going to look at somebody and emulate their style or whatever it is, how I would actually do this is don't just copy a script. Please, dear God, copy the blueprint. You can probably notice their posting cadence. You can probably break down their content into maybe 3 to 5 different formats. And you can start to write all this out. And you can say, okay, creator X does these 3, creator Y does these 3, creator Z does these 2. Then you build all that together. And that starts to really build something seamless that now you have your own blueprint that you can follow. There's the data that already exists out there for you. You don't need to start from the bottom. Really, you don't. You can just get that inspiration and execute. But again, if you copying people, shit, we're gonna have ourselves a little problem. I'm gonna have to hit you with the old All right, so my final takeaway for you is this. And I try to keep this short, because again, you know me at this point, I can just rant. You don't build a personal brand by being perfect. You've got to have the right mindset. You've got to go into it being obsessed. You got to be ready to put in the work. The second thing is getting really strategic about how you actually approach it. You reverse engineer your favorite creators. You look at their profile, write down exactly what their formats are and what they're doing, adapt your style into that, and boom, there you go. Then you start executing. And then with that execution, you get emotionless. You do not worry about stats, statistics, anything. You just post and you replace the number of followers that you would like to have with the number of posts that you should be putting up. The more I posted, the more I learned, the faster I grew. Last thing is, if you make stuff inside of your content strategy that other people can't replicate, this is where your brand starts to really get built. Whether it's captions, whether it's B-roll, whether it's even a shooting style, and all these things you can find by using platforms like Artlist. I would get inside these platforms and I'd find the assets that I like the most, and I'd start to literally make them a part of my brand. And once you have this, you build your toolkit, and again, people can't copy you, and you're starting to really make some progress. So that's it. God bless, and go make something sick.